I, Eric of Fun with Eric, am starting to receive hate. They're starting to call me names. All right, people, welcome back. Today, first let me say how impressed I am with people that make videos unedited and they just talk all the way through and they just get their points concise, one after the other, no edits. I'm pretty impressed with that. That ain't me. This video is going to be just me kind of spitballing. Today, I wanted to talk about hate. Now, hate is a very strong word. I try not to even use it as a descriptor of how I might feel about something. I might be disappointed, or I might be disgusted, or I might be saddened. There are a lot of emotions, a lot of negative feelings that we can experience, and I try to avoid hate because in my mind that is the complete and total opposite of something that is very positive, which we could say is love. But anyway, all that being said, the reason that I'm thinking about hate today is I've noticed that I, Eric of Fun with Eric, am starting to receive hate from people. They're starting to call me names. And I was thinking that that's actually a good thing, because that means that these videos now are starting to get out to more people than just my couple of friends. And the more and more people that see these videos, the more and more people are not going to like them, and they're going to get offended by something. Fun with Eric, how offensive can this get, right? But hate is out there. Miserable people are out there. They're just going to be out there. There's nothing we can do to change that. I wish there was, but we're not going to be able to change that. And I was thinking, misery comes in various forms. God knows life is not always just peaches and cream. But when you're miserable, and it's because you did something wrong, it's because you made the wrong decision, went down the wrong path, and you're now paying the prices for that. You're miserable for various things in various ways. When you are in that type of miserable situation, when you see somebody enjoying their life and having fun and making good decisions and moving forward with things, that you can really resent that, because it reflects things back to you and it reminds you of the bad choices that you've made or the bad actions that you've done. So as far as miserable people out there, that's why they say misery loves company. Well, that's what that means. Miserable people want to be around miserable people, because if they're around happy people can't bring them out of their misery. A person has to come out of their own misery themselves. They have to solve the equation within their own brains to come out of that misery. And then when they're around happy people, it just makes them resentful or more miserable. Now, somebody that's miserable, that's in a situation that was not of their doing, it wasn't their choice, it was maybe they were somehow, some way, they were dealt some terrible cards in life, and they're struggling with something, okay? There are people that, even to use a quick example off the top of my head, even people that are disabled in wheelchairs through no fault of their own, maybe it was some accident that happened, they're not necessarily miserable in that they're going to spread hate to someone. A lot of times they're still going to be thankful for something positive that they've got, and they're not going to resent the person that is walking by that isn't in a wheelchair. They're because it's not their fault that they're in that wheelchair. Does any of this make sense? I know I'm just kind of rambling right now, but back to the whole hate thing, receiving hate comments on videos. I've been called names now, everything from Nazi to pedophile to now I'm gay. I'm MAGA. There was somebody that actually had to point out on one of my videos, one of my recent videos, I made a tongue-in-cheek video about pride and just having fun, trying to point out some things that we're proud of here. And somebody had to point out that, well, pride is a sin. Well, yes, pride is a sin. And there are like 6 other deadly sins on the list, and I'm still working on a few of them myself. But the point is, the video wasn't about anything on a serious level. And to have to point out that pride is a sin, you're missing the point. You're missing the whole point of the video. Thank you for, trying to guide me along this path of righteousness. For that much I appreciate. But lighten up a little bit, people. This is fun with Eric. We're just trying to have some fun here. So, for those haters out there, if you subscribe and set the notifications so that YouTube notifies you every time I make a video, then you can put hateful comments in the comments as soon as the video is released. And you can do that with every video. That's fine. You haters out there, come on in. We are happy to have you watch our videos, even if you hate them. Okay? And to those of you who are actually subscribed and enjoying this stuff, keep enjoying it. Tell your friends to subscribe. Don't forget to leave some comments, because I always like to interact with the people that are watching these videos. I'm curious to know what you think. Like it, share it. Let's just keep trying to have some fun together. And as far as the hate goes, bring it along too. There's plenty of room for everybody. And that's all I've got for you right now. If I have forgotten anything, I'll make another video about it. Thanks for being here. Forward we go.